Have you ever wondered why, even after a long day, your body refuses to rest peacefully at night? Many seniors lie awake staring at the ceiling, turning from one side to the other, only to rise in the morning feeling more tired than when they first laid down. Sleepless nights can steal joy from your days, leaving you foggy, restless, and even discouraged. Yet nature, as it so often does, has placed within our reach a gentle answer: ginger. For centuries, ginger has been called the warming root, praised not only for its spice but for its healing touch. Books like Healing Foods remind us that plants often carry powers we overlook. Ginger does more than flavor your tea. It calms the stomach, eases tension, and helps the body release its grip on stress. And when the body is calm, sleep follows like a faithful friend returning home. The secret lies not in waiting for sleep to come, but in preparing your body to welcome it. Imagine sipping a warm cup of ginger tea as the evening grows quiet. The gentle heat travels through your chest, loosening what feels tight, softening what feels restless. Digestion settles, the heart slows, and soon the mind, often racing at night, begins to rest. Now some may ask, can something so simple truly help? The answer is yes, when paired with consistency. Sleep is not commanded. Ginger, taken each evening, becomes part of a bedtime ritual that signals the body it is time to let go. Within 3 nights, many notice the change, waking fewer times, drifting deeper, and rising with clearer energy. And here is the most beautiful truth. This small step is not about ginger alone, but about reclaiming rest as a right, not a luxury. It reminds us that natural rhythms, like the setting of the sun and the rising of the moon, are there to guide us. When we align with them, our bodies find balance. So let us not surrender to sleeplessness as though it is an unshakable burden of age. Let us instead turn to the wisdom of the earth, to the gifts placed in our hands. In ginger we find not only spice but solace, not only warmth but rest. And in 3 nights, with faith and consistency, we may discover again the quiet joy of sleeping soundly through the night. One hidden reason many seniors struggle to sleep through the night is that the body changes as we age, and these changes disrupt the natural rhythm that once made rest easy. As people grow older, the production of melanin, the hormone that signals the body it is time to sleep, naturally declines. At the same time, aches, digestive issues, or even frequent trips to the bathroom can break sleep into short fragments, rather than allowing it to flow in deep, continuous cycles. What makes this even more challenging is that the mind, aware of this broken pattern, often grows anxious at bedtime. That anxiety itself becomes another barrier, turning sleep into something chased rather than embraced. This cycle leaves many seniors caught in frustration, unsure of why their nights feel so restless even when they are genuinely tired. An excellent example of this can be seen in the story of a retired teacher who used to sleep soundly through every night of her working years. After retiring, she found herself waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning, wide awake and unable to return to sleep. At first, she thought it was stress or worry, but over time she realized her body no longer followed the same natural signals it once had. The drop in melanin, combined with minor discomfort from arthritis, meant her rest was easily broken. Instead of panicking, she began working with gentle evening routines like dimming the lights earlier, sipping calming herbal teas, and using ginger to soothe her digestion. Within days, her sleep began to stretch longer, and the nighttime awakenings became less frequent. Her story shows that sleeplessness in seniors is not always about stress or age itself, but about subtle physical shifts that can be gently guided back into balance. Sleeplessness is more than a night of tossing and turning. It ripples into every corner of daily life, shaping how a person feels, thinks, and even how their body functions. When sleep is broken or cut short, the body does not have enough time to fully repair itself, and this shows up first as fatigue. Energy levels drop, making even small tasks feel like a heavy burden. Over time, this constant tiredness can turn into irritability, forgetfulness, or even sadness, as the mind struggles without proper rest. The brain depends on deep sleep to process memories, regulate emotions, and maintain clarity, so without it, mood swings and mental fog are almost inevitable. The body also suffers quietly when nights are restless. Poor sleep weakens the immune system, leaving a person more open to colds or infections. It can also raise blood pressure, worsen heart problems, and make blood sugar harder to control. especially for seniors already managing health conditions. In this way, sleeplessness is not just a night problem, it is a health issue that spills into the day, creating a cycle of low energy, low mood, and declining wellness. Consider the example of a grandfather who began losing sleep after his retirement. At first, he brushed it off as just part of getting older. But soon, he noticed he was snapping at his grandchildren, forgetting small details, and needing to sit down after the lightest chores. His doctor explained that his restless nights were draining his body of the chance to recharge, which explained the irritability and fatigue. By making changes to his bedtime routine and using natural supports like ginger tea, he regained deeper rest. Within weeks, his mood lifted, his patience returned, and even his energy during the day noticeably improved. This shows how vital sleep is for health and happiness. Natural remedies often work better than relying only on medication because they address the body's needs in a gentle, holistic way without overwhelming the system. While medications can be effective for short-term relief, they often carry side effects such as grogginess dependency, or a rebound effect where sleep becomes even harder once the pills are stopped. Natural approaches, on the other hand, work with the body's rhythms rather than forcing them. They encourage balance, relaxation, and healing over time, which makes them sustainable. Remedies like ginger, chamomile tea, deep breathing, or light evening stretches allow the body to release tension and prepare itself for rest naturally, without introducing chemicals that may disrupt other functions. For seniors especially, this matters because their bodies are already managing changes in metabolism and often multiple medications. Adding more pills can complicate health, while natural remedies offer support without unnecessary strain. An excellent example is a senior who struggled with sleep for years and was prescribed strong sleeping tablets. At first they worked, but soon he found himself feeling dizzy in the mornings, forgetting simple things, and even losing balance when walking. Frustrated, he tried easing away from the pills and instead created a nightly routine with ginger tea, warm baths, and calming music. The change did not happen overnight, but within a week he noticed he was falling asleep more easily and waking with clearer energy. His body felt lighter and his mind sharper, because the remedy was not forcing him into sleep, but guiding him into it naturally. This example highlights why natural remedies are often not just safer but more effective in the long run. They heal without harm, offering rest as a gift rather than a side effect. The surprising role of ginger in promoting relaxation and rest comes from the way this simple root affects the body's systems that influence sleep. Many people think of ginger only as a spice or something used for nausea, but it carries compounds that calm inflammation, ease tension, and relax the digestive tract. When digestion is unsettled, the body often struggles to fully rest, which is why many seniors wake in the night with discomfort or unease. By soothing the stomach and reducing bloating or indigestion, ginger allows the body to settle into a state where relaxation comes more naturally. Beyond digestion, ginger also improves blood circulation, which helps the body release physical tension and sends a calming signal throughout the nervous system. These small shifts build a foundation for rest, not by knocking someone out suddenly, but by gently preparing the body to let go of wakefulness. A short example of this can be seen in an elderly woman who often found herself lying awake after dinner, restless and unable to drift into sleep because her stomach felt heavy and her mind would not settle. She decided to try ginger tea in the evenings, sipping it about an hour before bed. At first, she noticed only that her stomach felt lighter, but after 3 nights she realized she was falling asleep faster and waking up less during the night. The warmth of the ginger, along with its calming effect on her digestion, signaled her body that it was safe to relax. By the end of a week, her sleep felt deeper and more refreshing, and she woke with more energy for her morning walks. Her experience shows how something as simple as ginger can become a gentle bridge toward restful nights. Ginger supports digestion in a way that directly influences the body's ability to calm down and prepare for sleep. When the digestive system is unsettled, whether from gas, bloating, or slow processing of food, it sends signals of discomfort that keep the body alert. This is one reason many seniors find themselves restless at night after dinner, unable to relax fully. Ginger has natural compounds that stimulate the production of digestive enzymes, helping the stomach break down food more efficiently. It also reduces inflammation in the gut and soothes irritation, which allows the body to feel lighter and more at ease. When digestion runs smoothly, the nervous system can shift away from managing discomfort and instead enter a more restful state, paving the way for deep sleep. In essence, ginger prepares the body for calm by removing one of the biggest barriers to rest, an unsettled stomach. A clear example of this comes from a man in his 70s who often felt heavy and uneasy after his evening meal. Every night he would lie down but feel his stomach churning, forcing him to toss and turn for hours. Sleep never came easily, and when it did, it was shallow and broken. On a friend's advice, he began drinking a small cup of warm ginger tea after dinner. Within a few nights, he noticed his stomach no longer felt as heavy, and the bloating that kept him uncomfortable was greatly reduced. By the third night, he realized he was falling asleep faster and staying asleep longer because his body no longer had to wrestle with digestion. His story shows how calming the gut with ginger does more than aid the stomach. It gives the entire body permission to rest deeply. One of the most practical aspects of using ginger for better sleep is that it can be prepared in simple, accessible ways right at home. Seniors do not need complicated recipes or hard to find ingredients to benefit from this powerful root. The easiest method is making ginger tea by slicing a few fresh pieces of ginger and simmering them in water for 10 to 15 minutes. This creates a warm, soothing drink that relaxes the body when taken about an hour before bedtime. For those who prefer a lighter taste, ginger can be combined with honey or lemon, both of which also add calming qualities. Another option is using powdered ginger, which can be stirred into warm milk or added to evening meals. Even chewing on a small piece of candied ginger after dinner can provide digestive support and gently signal the body to slow down. The key is consistency. By using ginger in a small way each night, the body learns to associate the flavor and warmth with rest, making it part of a relaxing bedtime ritual. An excellent example is an elderly woman who had long struggled with nighttime restlessness. She found the idea of complicated herbal remedies overwhelming, but she decided to try something simple each evening after dinner. She boiled a few slices of fresh ginger and drank the tea while reading quietly before bed. The warmth of the drink helped her digestion, while the routine itself calmed her mind. Within 3 nights, she noticed she was falling asleep faster and waking less often. Her success came not from doing anything complex, but from a small, consistent practice. Her story shows that ginger, prepared in the simplest of ways, can transform nights of frustration into nights of peaceful, refreshing rest. The importance of consistency and routine when trying natural remedies cannot be overstated, especially for sleep. Natural approaches like ginger tea, calming rituals, or light stretches before bed work with the body's rhythms, not against them. Unlike medication, which often forces an immediate effect, natural remedies need steady practice to build results over time. The body recognizes patterns, and when you repeat certain actions each evening, such as sipping a warm drink, dimming the lights, or reading quietly, it begins to associate those signals with rest. This trains the nervous system to shift from alertness into relaxation more smoothly. Without consistency, the body remains confused, unsure whether to prepare for rest or remain awake, which is why many seniors find their sleep unpredictable. Establishing a simple, repeated routine creates a message to the body. It is time to let go. Over days and weeks, these signals grow stronger, and sleep becomes deeper and more natural. A short example is a retired gentleman who had tried ginger tea on occasion, but felt disappointed when it didn't seem to work immediately. He would drink it one night, skip it the next, and sometimes take it in the morning instead of the evening. His sleep remained restless, and he began to doubt whether ginger helped at all. Then, on his doctor's advice, he decided to create a routine every evening at the same time. He brewed ginger tea, turned off bright lights, and sat quietly while sipping it. Within a week, he noticed he was falling asleep faster, and after 2 weeks, he was staying asleep longer. The consistency of his routine made the difference. His experience shows that natural remedies reveal their full power not in single attempts, but in steady, repeated practice. How just 3 nights of practice can make a visible difference comes down to the body's remarkable ability to respond quickly once it is given the right signals. Sleep is not only a matter of long-term habits, but also of immediate cues that tell the brain and body it is safe to rest. When a new bedtime ritual, such as drinking ginger tea, is introduced and repeated for even a few days, the body begins to adapt. The warmth and calming qualities of ginger ease digestion and relax tension, and when this is paired with quiet moments before bed, the nervous system shifts away from stress into calm. By the third night, many people notice changes. They may drift into sleep faster, wake fewer times during the night, or wake in the morning with more energy. It is not magic, but rather the body responding to consistent care and rhythm. A short example of this can be seen in a senior who had grown discouraged after years of broken sleep. On her daughter's suggestion, she decided to try a 3-night experiment. Each evening she brewed a simple cup of ginger tea, dimmed the lights, and sat quietly for 20 minutes before lying down. The first night she still woke up several times, but she noticed she felt calmer while falling asleep. The second night, she woke less often and returned to sleep more easily. By the third night, she was surprised to wake at sunrise, realizing she had slept almost straight through. What encouraged her most was not perfection, but the clear progress in such a short time. Her story proves that even 3 nights of intentional practice can spark real change, offering hope and motivation to continue building deeper rest. Restful sleep is far more than just a break from the day. It is a true gift that nourishes the body, mind, and spirit. When we sleep deeply, the body repairs itself at a cellular level, strengthening the immune system, balancing hormones, and restoring energy reserves. Without this nightly renewal, even the simplest tasks can feel heavy, and health begins to decline. But sleep also reaches beyond the physical. It is essential for mental clarity and emotional stability. The mind uses sleep to process memories, sort experiences, and release the stress of the day. Without it, thoughts become tangled, moods swing unpredictably, and focus fades. At the deepest level, sleep touches the spirit by granting peace, a sense of calm that cannot be forced while awake. It allows space for quiet dreams, for renewal that goes beyond the physical body, reminding us that rest is not a luxury, but a blessing meant for everyone. An excellent example of this can be seen in an elderly man who had grown so used to broken nights that he forgot what true rest felt like. After finding relief through a simple evening routine with ginger tea, he began sleeping soundly again. The change went far beyond waking with energy. His body felt lighter, his steps more steady, and his memory sharper. Even his family noticed his laughter return more often, as though sleep had lifted a weight off his spirit. What he rediscovered was not just the ability to stay asleep, but the gift of waking renewed, stronger in body, clearer in mind, and gentler in heart. His story is a reminder that sleep, when embraced fully, restores the whole person and is indeed one of life's greatest gifts.